Hello everyone, SB Architects here. Today we are going to be talking about columns in Archicad. So when it comes to creating a simple column in Archicad, well, it's fairly easy and straightforward. Generally, we build our buildings with 90-degree corners. It's pretty easy, but when it comes to creating different angle of columns or corners, we need to follow different methods. I will show you what are they, how we can create different shape of columns. But before beginning the project, I would just like to ask you to like this tutorial. It's not important as me, it's important for you too, because if you like something in YouTube algorithm will think that you like this kind of videos, so in the future it's going to present to you similar tutorials, similar videos in the YouTube. So if you want to learn more, do not forget to hit the like. Alright, without any further ado, let's get started. Alright, at the beginning I want to create different kind of cornered walls. Let's go to wall tool and we are just going to create a simple 90-degree wall. Let's create another. This time I want to select the second geometry method. Just hold the shift to make it straight. And let's rotate maybe for the angle 120. And this time I will create curved wall. You can select this. You can select this one. And you can place your wall like this method, or you can just click simple, place a simple wall, click that wall, click your reference point, and you can just turn that edge to curve. Alright, let's create this. Let's go to column tool. And for the structure, let's select this rectangular shape. And we can change the section size from here. It's now 30 to 30. It's very simple. And our reference axis of core is in the middle. We can change it according to our wall position. Now I will just click this corner and click here. Now as you can see, we have our column, but the structure type is important because this is going to be, our walls going to be simple bricks, but this column will be concrete column. So from here I'm going to select concrete structural or concrete block or reinforced concrete. If your building is more than one level, you will need to choose reinforced concrete structural. And let's make this 50 to see it better. Now this is okay. By the way, I want to show you something different. As you can see, we have plaster around the wall and also column, but we don't have any plaster inside, even on the column. So to create different plaster to inside, we will need to change the structure to maybe, but we don't have any here. Okay, let's create once. Let's create that. Let's right click our wall and click edit selected composite profile. And this external cladding, alright. Click here, click insert new skin. And from here I will choose for plaster. Yeah, that one. And my thickness will be 3. It's going to be thinner if you compare it with the outside. Let's click OK. Now we have outer plaster and we have inner plaster. But our problem is our plaster doesn't turn around the column. So how can we achieve that? To do it, we are going to select our column, and from here, wall wrapping method, we will click this. Now you will see our plaster will turn around the column. If it doesn't work, you need to change something in your wall. You will just click your wall, you will go back to the edit selected composite profile, and our newly created plaster was core with the type. This is not going to be a kind of core. This is going to be finish or other if it would be inside of any kind of gypsum. In this situation, it's going to be finish. Now you will see it will work. But there is a problem too. Let's presume that our column is in the middle of the room. We don't have any plaster around it. How to create plaster around it? Well, will you create a kind of wall, something like this, and change the thickness? It's not a professional and BIM way of doing this. We have methods, very professional ways. That method is changing the structure type of your column. You will go to the structure, click that, and you will click this veneer, add remove. As you can see, it's been added. Let's change the thickness. Let's make it 3 and make that plaster. This or that. So this is in the pocket. Let's move forward. I want to duplicate this column to here. It's not working. How can we achieve this? How can we turn this corner? It's very simple. But first we need to learn how the material we use. It was reinforced concrete structure. Let's sketch it first. Let's go to document. Let's close this for now and click fill. For the geometry method, I will choose the polygonal, and from fill category, I'm going to select building material, cut fill. As you can see, we have options here. Let's click the list. Let's select reinforced concrete structural. After that, we will sketch this. Maybe this is going to be 1 meters and this part will be 35. Let's go here. Let's turn, and our column will be finished from here and will be something like this. After that, to see it better, we will click our fill, right click, and after that, for the display order, let's click this bring to forward. Hit the M and we will see this 130. It's not correct. It's going to be 1 meters. We will select this edge and click this offset edge. After that, we will move the mouse to this corner and we will input here 100 centimeters, hit minus. Now you will see that this edge now 100 centimeters away from this corner. Let's click this OK. Let's do the same for this edge too. Move the mouse to here, input here 35, hit minus, hit enter. Now this is EQ, but this is not a real column. This is a fill. We are going to turn this fill to real column because this is 2D, completely flat. You won't see that in the 3D window. Okay, now let's do that. Let's click this edge, hit Ctrl plus C to copy, or go to edit, click this copy. After that, we will go to options And then we will go to complex profiles, click profile manager. We are going to use this field inside of profile manager and create a column. Let's click this plus and let's click this new. I'm gonna call this column, or you can create a different ID, maybe column 1. And maybe you will need to select a folder. It's not important for now. Let's click OK. And here you can see the reference corner. It's important. Hit Ctrl plus V and center up to current view, keep current view. It's okay. Let's delete this one, and this is going to be stick to this corner. And after that we will create additional hotspots. Under the document, click hotspot, click your corners one by one. Once this is done, you will duplicate this column on its own position, and then we will click the edge, then offset, hit 3 and click the edge, click this minus, subtract from polygon, hit space, and you will see inside column, select your new surface. It's going to be veneer, plaster, and fill type will be plaster or gypsum. There we go. Now our column is ready. Once this is done, we will hit save. But we forgot to click this use with. This is going to be used with column. Save again once more and go to ground floor. Delete this, we don't need it anymore. Go to design, column, structure, profile, click custom and select column 1. And then, as you remember, we have selected the corner position according to this corner, and by clicking that, it's automatically placed into your wall. And this is what we get in the 3D window. We have concrete structural with plaster. It works as a simple column. You can change this height. You can bend. And you can do what you want. Okay, we have this. So how can we achieve the third? Let's do this. First, we will create some reference line. Go to document, create line, and we will just hover over this wall, and we will see that center point will be appeared. We will click this point, and we will just extend that line to position where you want to start your column, and repeat the same process. Well, if you want to see some dimension, you will go to dimension under the document, and after that, for the geometry method, we will click this arc length, and we will click this edge, intersection point. This is the starting corner, continue, and this is the end corner. When you finish, right click and click OK. Offset the dimension and place. Now let's say that we are going to make this symmetrical. We will click this first and create its symmetry, and after that, by hitting Ctrl, you will see your newly created point. Well, it's not important for now. As we did before, let's hit the line, and from here to here create a simple line and bend it according to our wall. After that, let's duplicate its own position and offset by clicking its edge. We will select this radial stretch, and let's say that I'm going to make this 40 cm thickness column. Therefore, I'm going to input here 40, hit minus, as we did before in the previous example. Now I have borders of my column. Hit Ctrl to cut, and let's select a board selection. It seems okay for now. Let's copy, and we are in the profile manager. We see this column 1. We are going to duplicate this with different column. So to do it, we will click this new, and this time it's going to be duplicate, and name will be column 2, and we will click OK. Now we can place our sketch. We can just edit our shape in this window. Let's hit the Alt, copy the inside, and place with the space. Let's move this here and delete. And I want my corner to start from here. As we did before, we will duplicate, offset, and subtract from the inside. This is going to be cluster, and it's nearly ready. We need to place our hotspots. It's important because when you are dimensioning, your dimensions will stick to these corners. Otherwise, your dimension cannot stick your corner and fly on your model. Alright, let's hit the save, and I want to delete this because I'm going to use this as reference. Let's go to design, column, and column 2. Let's just delete the inner lines. Yeah, there we go. By the way, if you don't want to see this cross, you can always select your columns, go to settings by hitting Ctrl+T, and click floor plan and section. From the bottom of the window, we will see symbol type. We will choose plain. There we go. Now it's clean and tidy. By the way, if you want to change the fill type of this building material, it's pretty easy. You will click your element with the material, and then you will go to options, element attributes, click building materials. Now we can see the structure and appearance type. It's plaster right now. I want to do that solid dot dashed. And as for the fill type, I want to choose a kind of black with a thin one. It's now 0.15, but this black type is 0.13. Oops, we have changed the plaster. Let's fix that. Now, this is plaster gypsum. This was gypsum. And this type, if we go to the top, we will see this reinforced concrete as we did before. We will choose the solid dot dashed. And our fill type was 1. There we go. It's way more elegant right now. By the way, for this method I want to show you a different method, a different way. Let's duplicate this wall. And let's say that our borders were something like this. When we see this, we will click our wall and then we will split this. We will click this intersection point and we will click this insert new node. Same will happen to here. And we will select this wall. Then right click, we will click this edit selected composite profile. After that we are going to duplicate this, click new, column type 1 maybe. Let's click OK. And it's very easy, we will just change this generic structural. And we will select this reinforced concrete structural that we created just now. And we will click OK. Go to structure and change the wall type to column type. And this was the fourth method of creating extraordinary types of columns. Alright, that was all it for this tutorial. If you have any questions, suggestions, please leave your comments in the comment section below. And if you are serious about learning Archicad, you can go to my Patreon page. From there, I will be waiting for you. Alright, thank you for watching. Until next time, have a nice day. Bye.